Okay, here's our part from yesterday, and what I plan on doing, just clamping it in the vise. That, and I just want to make sure the bottom one, the top set is poking out of the above the vice jaw a little bit, and I'm just gonna clamp it down. Don't have to reef on it to get it tight, and get my remote control out of the way. And we're gonna switch to, and I got a half-inch collet in there. I need to put in a 3/8 collet. On the smaller side end mill, even a 1/4 inch would work pretty good for this. So get you kind of zoomed in, and we're gonna just pull this down and just stay above the vice jaw, and just make sure you catch both parts. And what I'm going to do, I know the thickness of those, so I'm just going to take a light cut and then move in the amount that I need to move. A little more RPM than that. Why is this one speed always gives me a problem? Alright. That's a little bit better. I'm just going to crank in there and take the cut. Well, maybe I should have left it. Maybe I should have left it at that lower RPM. That's just, I don't want to hear that. I gotta go back down. It just looked kind of slow to me. All right, let's try that. I may end up having to do one at a time. I don't know. It's kind of squealy. I'm gonna get my coolant bottle here. Want to clean that up so I can get a dimension off of that. And it's tapering. I might have to go get a different angle on it. Not sharp enough. Sounds sharp. Usually when they squeal they're sharp. So now I know that I want 187. So let's see what we got. We have, right now, we have 210. So I'm going to go Y point. Okay, I punched in the number, and we're going to go to 187. Lock the Y. slowly crank across there. Really see them yet. I'm gonna go just a little bit more. We are at 187. I'm gonna take it down to 185. Gotta go slow off the end of it, so don't grab it. Alright, should be 2 parts laying there somewhere. Here's one. Yeah, they're both gone. Oh no, they're not. The other one's hanging on here. Break it off. The other one's still hanging on by the skin. It just kind of leaves a little skin around it. That's because it flexed away a little bit. I think they're out of pliers. And once you deburr it, it'll be fine. They should have both come out like that one, but it flexed too much. It was just too much at once. But that's how I take little parts out. You know. So. Oh shoot! I was going to put the holes in them. Well, I guess I'll set up and do each one individually now. Darn it. Yeah, I was going to poke the holes in them first. Oh, well. Deburr that remnants of the little skin off of it. That's okay. I got to put the hole in the end of it anyway, so I'll just have a drilling operation on it. I might have to, let's measure that. I might have to take and set it up and then take a skim cut on top of that anyway. Because it might be just a little too, yeah it is. It's 13 thousandths too big, so I'll set it up and take a cut across the top. How about the one down on the bottom? That one's fine. It's just that it flexed away. So we got 2 parts out of it so far. Let's take a brush go. Now we'll do the other. And basically I'm going to do the same thing, except now I'm going to do half and then flip it and then clamp, and then I'll do the other half. So this one should flex less away. Over the other side, I want a fine cut. Don't need to change anything because it's still set. Go about that much. A little less. Clamp it. took it for a little bit of a ride. And clamp it quite hard enough. I don't like over clamping things. You know, I don't like reefing on the vise. But when you're clamping a little part like that, you especially don't want to. You crush the part. Yeah, it moved. It moved a little bit, but it doesn't hurt anything. It just... Now we'll clamp like that. This time I will clamp it a little tighter, I guess. There, head back across. I may have to take it in steps because it's not holding it, so I'm going to crank it into 200. I hope. Oh, I see what happened. I see what happened. It broke loose. It broke loose over here on this side. So, how am I going to deal with that? Take that piece off. That's how I'm going to deal with that. And I'll probably break this other piece off too. If I can with pliers. Get another pliers. Or maybe I can cut it with my side cutters. Yep, there we go. Get that extra little bit out of there. Now we should be able to handle it. I hope. Still at 200, so. Cranking it into 187. I told you I'd have to kind of figure it out. All right. I'll still, if I'm going to set up and clamp and take a light cut, I'll do that on this one too. And probably this one. Well, now I'll figure out how to set some parallels in there and clamp those. That shouldn't be too hard to do. Let's see. Let's see here. It's going to be, oh yeah, that'll be tall enough. Let's set that on there. Set another parallel in the same height. I'm going to put this at an angle. The reason I'm putting it at an angle so is I'm going to lay another parallel in here. Catch that well. need to. That'll work. Change end mills. So that end mill is not a bottom cutting end mill. Matter of fact, it was a cut off end mill, and I cut off and never put it. I neglected, got lazy and didn't put the end back on it. 3 floaters are kind of a bitch to put the end back on. I want about a 3/8 end mill. A 3/8 with a 60 thou radius. All right, try that. Okay. Now, I'm gonna come down and touch. And lock the line. I want to touch on that. Get that out of the way. Hopefully, I got enough room here. We'll see. I'm going to go up just 5 thou and see where I'm at. I don't know if you can see how I'm clamping that, but lower you much more. Well, let's turn this light out. It's kind of making it so you can't see very good. And turn this one on. That helps. But I have it laying on a tall parallel. Another tall parallel over here, and then I got a thin parallel on top of the two pushing in to lock it in place. And let's see where we're at. I want 187, preferably. Well, we're at 176. It's a little narrow, but that's okay. Let's see if I can drop it 10 and if this one will clean up. That just gives it a little more room to in the fork that it's going to go into to move around, but it shouldn't hurt anything. Alright, I lowered it 10. I don't know if it's all going to clean up. Okay. Now if I have a little bit of a step on this one, but that's, like I say, that's still not going to matter. Put the hole in there where it belongs. It'll be fine. And we're at 185. That's right where I want to be. Alright, let's check the other two. And run across. Where did I lay them? I thought I laid them here. Put the other two in there and see if I can't. See if they'll clean up or not. I don't know. It's kind of chattery, so. Oh yeah, they're gonna clean up. That's going to work fine. I'm going to use this for drilling too, the way it looks. This should be able to drill the parts this way too. I'll set a stop, bump it up against, and drill the hole. that one was a little bit. That one was almost the right size all the way, so. Cool. And I think before I set up to drill these holes in these, I'm going to do the other part that has the same hole, I believe. There's the parts. Right there. So alright. So I'm gonna go and look at that other I'm gonna look at that other part over there. And wow. Close up. It's the little arm that goes, how does that go on there? Just go out. Yeah, it goes into the same, it has that same little knob or whatever on the end that goes into this, the spool. And that clicks over to stop the valve, to open the exhaust, opens the exhaust valve. So I'm going to see if I can whittle those two out, because that has the same hole for swiveling, and that way I can do them all at the same time. So I'll be back when I figure out, get the program and figure out how I'm going to hold it and do that part. So I'll be back.